Hi y'all. Let's talk about the BIRTHFIT basics. So in general, the BIRTHFIT basics are a set of moves and poses that are based on developmental milestones and how we as humans are designed to move, and kind of the base minimum movement and range of motion that we should have to operate our daily lives. So these are the BIRTHFIT basics. They're on a list on YouTube, so you can have access to them anytime. They're free. But these are the first movements that we come back to, or that we introduce, or that we just start with postpartum. And this happens after the 4 weeks of lying in. This happens after 30 days of lying in. You know, these are the first kind of introduction into movement again, and we do this with a diaphragm breath, we do this with stability breathing, and we start to build up this foundation, this threshold, the capabilities of our body, our physical body again. And so the first bit of introduction to the BIRTHFIT basics may look something like, some diaphragm breathing, lying on the ground, knees bent, where you're in that neutral spine position, setting a clock for 5 minutes, breathing in and out of your nose, just diaphragm breathing, exploring the range of motion of this canister. That might be the mind-body connection for the day. The strength portion may be something along the lines of a dead bug, and this is one of our first movements back. Sometimes it's just enough just to hold your arms up and your legs up in the air and diaphragm breathe in that dead bug position. Other times we feel completely stable in that position, so we're able to embrace a stability breath as we move an arm, or as we move a leg, or as we move an opposite arm, opposite leg together. Or even more advanced, we're able to use that stability breath to stabilize, and we can move same side arm, same side leg, while keeping the other side stable in the air. We might introduce the side plank, and might not even use a kickstand at first. And you can see all these videos so you know what I'm talking about. But we might introduce the side plank with just the hip drive first, or just the hip drive breathing, diaphragm breathing, and holding that position for 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths and coming back down. Then we might introduce the stability breath throughout the hip drive movement, throughout the side plank movement. So there's some options to play there. Once we get the side plank, can we press up and breathe into that high oblique sit? Can we hold a light kettlebell or a dumbbell here? That's some time under tension into, can we diaphragm breathe there? Then we would embrace a little shin box flow, starting with both knees at 90-90, keeping our heels on the ground. Can we embrace a stability breath as we pick our knees up, feet still on the ground, and shift to the other side? Again, we might start with 2, 3, 4, 5 reps on each side, and then build up from there. Then we might go into some tabletop, some segmental cat-cow, and then bird dog. Again, bird dog is going to be similar to a dead bug. It's just the flipped position, but you've got to stabilize a lot more. You don't have the ground to stabilize and use as a big stability brace. So now we're having to use our own body to stabilize in this three-dimensional space, or this crazy world we're living in. So it might start with just an arm, and you might not be able to go as high as you think you could, or just a leg, keeping that spine in neutral because we are rehabbing right now. Then we might move on into a tripod, breathing, diaphragm breathing in tripod. We might embrace the bottom of a squat, a high bear, a low bear crawl, all of it. So and then eventually squatting and standing. So those are the BIRTHFIT basics. There's 15 poses and movements that encompass the BIRTHFIT basics. We have a BIRTHFIT Basics postpartum program. And if you're watching this, a soon-to-be prenatal, if not already prenatal program. And it's just body weight movement. There's no extra load. Like in our program, you know, can you hold this oblique side sit and no load? Like this, I want you to be able to breathe here before adding load. I want you to have this foundation before adding load. We increase volume throughout the program. We increase volume over the next 30 days, 4 weeks inside the BIRTHFIT Basics program. So we're building up this foundation. We're incorporating movement with our breath and our stability breath. So BIRTHFIT lying in, 30 days, 4 weeks. Next would be the BIRTHFIT Basics, and that's a 30-day program or 30 sessions. Some people like to stretch this out to do 1 session every other day, and this stretches the program out to 2 months. Totally fine. Either way, it's the next thing you do after lying in. Next thing you do after lying in. So this is your postpartum plan. Write it down. Lying in for 30 days, then 30 days or 30 sessions of the BIRTHFIT Basics postpartum program. So it's either going to take you through month 2 or through month 3. So I don't want to see you back in a CrossFit class or running a race or in Orange Theory until you've completed the lying in and the BIRTHFIT Basics postpartum program. This is like foundational stuff, and your body is still healing. Yes, do this, trust me. All right, if y'all have any questions, let me know. But you can find all of our programs on our website, and we're happy to answer any questions. info@birthfit.com. Bye.